Okay, we have connected extremely dodgy battery setup. We'll see. It's alive. And there you have it. We know it runs, so we might as well strip it right down and go from there. Hey folks, welcome back to part 2. So much for me filming more of it, but as you saw in the previous clip, she was a running bike. I've now got the tank off. I've got a funny feeling it's not charging, so I'm going to have a look here. Hey, be quiet. Next thing I'm going to attack is the gauges, handlebars, get all that off. As you can see, I'm labelling as I go. Headlight, indicator, horn, yada yada. So yeah. So once I proved that it was a running bike, yeah, now I'm going to attack the full strip down and clean up. The state of those little handlebars, would you? Crazy. You can see my set of temporary handlebars that I've just made out of a bit of plastic pipe, just to give me a bit of an idea of where the bars are going to sit. Just getting rid of these old brake lines. Actually run down through the stem, which is quite clever. Not going to reuse any of this, it's all had it. Probably reuse these bits here, because they're a steel bit, but these old rubber ones are definitely getting replaced. So we're going to get this nut here off. My spanners don't go up that big, so we're going for the old multi-grips. there she is. Now, I'm not going to throw anything away just yet. This is all going to go in a box. You just never know what you might need later on. So we'll put that to one side. I'm going to start looking online for a top triple clamp there. That thing is pretty ugly. I want to get rid of these two brackets, which is going to leave two massive great big holes. And I can clean that one up, but it's still pretty manky, so I'm going to start searching for something to replace that. Okay, so I've just taken this rear set foot peg off to have a look at the brakes here, and this is just fully no movement in that whatsoever, so that's probably where the problem is. So I'm going to I've just drained all the yucky fluid out of the reservoir. I'll get rid of this here, probably leave the caliper on for now, but yeah, get this off and yeah, go from there. So this is actually Magura, which is the same brakes as my mountain bike, but still solid. I'll spray some penetrating fluid in there and see if that does anything. Yeah, see if we can resurrect it. Okay, I just got the alternator out, which came from in there. In here. Lucky I didn't film that because there was a few expletives and swear words trying to get it out. Apparently there's brushes in here, which I will check. And yeah, go from there. Spins pretty freely, so the bearings are all good. Okay, so I've just pulled the brushes out of the alternator and they look fine to me, plenty of life left in them. And I'll just give them a bit of a wee clean up and put it back together. You should be good. I'm going to give this a full clean and see if I can get it looking a bit tidier. Not sure if I'm going to paint it or not, probably not. Maybe, I don't know. So here we have the power of that penetrating fluid. It's done its job and I managed to get this out. I did scuff it up there where I put it in the jaws of the vise, but I think I should be able to get some wet and dry on that. Seals look okay, and I've just been cleaning it with some brake clean, and yeah, a whole load of crud come out of there. The actual bore down in there looks pretty clean. So put it all back together, see if it seals up, doesn't leak, and gives us some good brake pressure, and we might just have a winner. So it turns out there was a bit of pitting inside the bore there. So what I did was I got a found a bolt which is pretty close to the size. Got some wet and dry sandpaper. Into some water and just gave it a quick seems to have taken all the pitting out of there. Some brake cleaner on there. And now there's a little retaining nut, bolt I should say, goes in there. So as long as those seals aren't damaged, I think we're back in business. Okay, so I just got this little package arrived, which I bought off the local trade site here in New Zealand with my new knife I got for my birthday. Thank you, Terry. So basically, this thing here is so heavy, man. I can hardly lift that with one hand. And then you've got this bit here which sits on top. That's got to be knocking on 8 kg, 5 to 8 kg. And it sits coming out of here and it looks ugly, and it takes away the single-sided swing arm. Originally off a Honda CBR 1000 under seat exhaust. Let's get rid of that box. So what I want to do is I want to do something like that. So let's see if I can get it there and hold it there somehow. Okay, so I've just thrown the tank back on temporarily. Now these two panels here used to sit in here, and this is kind of what I had again in my mind's eye. A little custom seat here. I'd chop all this subframe and kind of redo it somehow. I don't know, cut it here or something and do a hoop across. Obviously I've got to take into consideration suspension travel. That might have to do something. But I think that looks pretty mean. In fact, I think it looks awesome. Next problem is to get these into a collector, and this little thing is the clutch operator here is in my way, so I might have to sort of curve around here, bring a pipe up and somehow up under here and into this. But that's what makes it so much fun, is you just don't know what you're going to do. Maybe I could move these and bring the exhaust up through here somehow. I think that's too much hassle. I think it could come around here and kind of do a curve up and a nice curve in. I've got a mate who's an engineer who owes me a few favours for some work that I've done for him, so I'll be getting him over here and getting his point of view, what he thinks is good. But I reckon that looks awesome. I'm well chuffed with that so far. And it was off a Honda CBR 1000, so obviously we'll cut those tabs off, and it'll have to have a heat proof something or other so the plastics don't melt. I don't know yet. So yeah, I will sign off part 2 there, and we'll see you back when I've had some more thoughts on what to do and where to go. Thanks for watching.